So I wanted to get some cool stuff for camping. What I really wanted is, some sort of awning or rain fly, something like that. Maybe even something that would come out from the car and have some poles and a rain fly with some lights. I thought that would be really cool for camping or just traveling around. So I picked out a few different things. We're going to try them out. I have been using the EcoFlow with these string lights. So these are LED glass bulbs, and they're pretty fragile. They're big. It requires both of these to operate. And with the EcoFlow River 2, it gives me only about 5 hours of light. So I was looking for a different solution, and I think I found it. This is the Lucy solar string lights. And you can just see already how small this little package is compared to all of this stuff. So I took a little bit of a risk. I bought this, and we're gonna try it out. We're gonna take a look at it and see if it's a good replacement for all of this. And that would free up the EcoFlow to be used for other purposes. Okay, so this is the Lucy solar string lights. We're gonna open it up here. All right, well, it looks pretty simple. Oh, I bet you can take this and maybe put it around a branch or hang it from something. So we got a power button. We have a battery level indicator. Here it says 1 light, 0 to 20%, 2 lights, 21 to 40, 3 lights, 41 to 60%, and then 60 to 100%. Red light means that it's solar charging. Okay, there's USB-A and USB-C ports. Comes with a charging cord. You can see it's spring loaded. So it's got this little yellow tab on the end. So here's what each individual light looks like. There's an LED on each side. So it illuminates from both sides, and it's in this little weatherproof capsule. So it's not glass, it's plastic, but that makes it pretty durable. This cord is very flexible. It's a braided cord, so that looks good. Looks like some durability there. And this all unwinds. This one is 44 feet. You can see the distance between each bulb. There's 20 bulbs. At the end, you have a longer section of cord that you could probably just loop around a tree. And it's got this little hook thing. So that's pretty cool. This just kind of held in there for storage. You pull that out, USB-C port right there on the inside. So I like that because that makes that weatherproof. I bet you could close this. Yep. You close it and that cord fits out there. So that leaves these ports open to use as a charger. There we go. That's a real nice light. The 3 different brightnesses. Low, medium, high. It's a nice warm light. It's not an annoying white light. Yeah, that's really cool. I really like that. Make sure you're not pinching any cord. Set it down, twist, and there it is. Up to 140 lumens. Lasts up to 40 hours on a single charge. And it looks like a 4,000 milliamp hour rechargeable lithium ion battery in there. So you could actually use this battery to charge your phone. I think a typical iPhone 14, you could probably charge that twice with this battery capacity. Weatherproof and water resistant. So this could hang out outside all night, probably in the rain. Okay, so we're charging this now directly from the EcoFlow. We're going from DC to DC charging, which is the most efficient charging. What I realized is that you can only charge it through the port that's on the interior. So this whole thing has to be unwound for you to charge it, which in a way kind of makes sense. So if you're at a campsite and you can unplug your lights from this, take this somewhere else, put it in the sun during the day if you're in a shaded area, charge it, or else take this somewhere where your EcoFlow is and charge it that way, and then go back and plug in your lights without having to take down all your lights. So that actually makes sense. You can see right now it's pulling 5 watts of energy to charge this. Okay, it's all charged up. That took about 1 hour. The next item are these poles. See kind of the height. It's not a small package. Oh my goodness. Okay. So you can see how high these poles really go. And they have a point here to go through an eyelet of a grommet, or the other cool idea is that it's got this little rubber foot thing with some little grippy things, and that can act as a center pole just to put pressure on the inside to form a peak in the rainfly. These are not cheap poles. I mean, these are not going to bend. They have rubber feet. It actually looks really sturdy. It says when these are locked into position, it can hold up to 85 pounds. Okay, we got some paracord with some metal eyelets. Looks like we got 6 of those. And we also have tent stakes. These are steel and these look pretty durable. Next is gold armor rainfly. So this is a very large rainfly. It's like 10 feet by 12 feet, something like that. And the reason I went with this one, it is full of these eyelets with little grommets all over the place. Even in the middle of it, all along the seams, there's just eyelets and grommets everywhere, which makes this really versatile. So you can have it in all sorts of variety of different positions. Ripstop nylon, you just notice that the stitching reinforced grommets. We have a V stitch pattern, double layer. And this also comes with a little bit different stakes. And quite a lot of paracord. So this gives you a rough idea of what it looks like. So I just have the poles, 4 poles, 1 on each corner. And you can see that there's so many different grommets that are all available to tie down or lash it down even a whole lot better if you wanted. But it actually really gives a whole lot of coverage. You can see that you can open this door just fine. Here's how I have it hooked up. Up here, I just have these little carabiners on some eyelets in the T-track. So I took this setup camping. I actually used it set up freestanding, not attached to the Forerunner. And it rained a lot. And this actually, it stayed nice and waterproof. You know, the water just beat it up right on top of it. It didn't leak at all. Turned out really nice. I actually wish I had 6 poles instead of just the 4. So I'll put a link in the description below to maybe a 5 or 6 pole setup. The string lights worked really nice. They fit in these little tabs. They lit up the campsite really nice at night. So I really liked the light setup a lot. A few other things that we used camping which turned out really well. This anchor Solix, you've probably seen my other videos on that, but I am so impressed with this anchor Solix. It is awesome for weekend camping. No problems there at all. I also really like this little butane camp stove, and this is versatile because it runs on both butane or on propane. One downside to these poles is that after a long night of rain did accumulate inside the poles. Now they're aluminum, they're not going to rust. I guess you could always drill a small little drain hole in the bottom, but if I was going to improve these, that's the one thing I would do. So overall, this setup of the rainfly, the lights, and the poles, it actually worked out really pretty well. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, go ahead and share, subscribe, all those things. Leave a comment below. I try to answer as many as I can with any questions you might have. Thanks a lot for watching.